10, nice steady signal. Operator name is Jason, Juliet Alpha Sierra Oscar November, and we're located about 10 miles, 15 miles north of the city of Cambridge. So we're actually a little village called Sawtry at the side of the A1. Mike 0, Delta Charlie X-ray, Mike 0, Mike Papa Quebec.
Mike 0 DCX returning. Well, great stuff. Actually, you're not all that far from me, to be honest. I'm just in Bury St Edmunds there, so I'm not surprised you're blowing the doors off here. Sounding fantastic, and yes, solid 10 over. Yeah, I'm running about peaking around about 4 to 500 watts into an end-fed half wave from an Acom 1500 QSL.
Many thanks, Darren. I've got you up and running and having a look at the shack, which looks very impressive from your QRZ page. I think you said 400 watts is doing well for you. A little reluctant at this end to run that sort of power. We started off with a nice location looking out on fields, and now there's 600 odd houses around us, so a little bit nervous about putting blocks of power out, but I do have the advantage of the end fed that I'm working on tonight is tuned against an earth mat, Darren, so it does help keep the noise down a little bit, and I'm not so sure it matters so much with the VSWR. I think the counterpoise does a little bit more for that and putting the filters in the right places. But we're pumping a good signal to you tonight, and thank you very much for the 5 and 9 plus 10. As I think I might have not mentioned actually, ICOM 7300 is the set that we're using, but I actually run all of that from the computer. I use an SDR Play as the front end, Darren. So Mike 0, Delta Charlie X-ray, Mike 0, Mike Papa Quebec.
M0 DCX returning. Yes, I know what you mean about the power. I've got a 101 MP here, so it was used to running 200 watts out of the end fed anyway. And to be honest with you, I don't have the amplifier running too much more than that, to be quite honest with you, into the end fed. I have actually got another one turn up today, which I'm actually quite looking forward to putting up. It's just a matter of it would turn up now the weather's changed, wouldn't it? Now I've got to get up a tree in the wet. So, but it's the Vibraplex one that I use, and they're supposed to be good for a kilowatt on sideband, that is. And not that I would use that into it, but it's too risky with having it on like that. But it certainly holds 400 or 500 watts all day long. So I've decided to go for the Junior 80, ready for the CQ Worldwide to get 80 meters as well, QSL.
Yeah, all copied, thank you very much, Darren. Well, good luck to you on that one. It sounds like you've got a nice setup, and I'm just looking at some of your pictures, so that looks great. I think sometimes people get a bit obsessed with power because, 100 watts to 200 watts is 3 dB, as is 2 to 4 and 4 to 8 and so on. So I think people get a bit obsessed by running lots of power. It does help, of course it does over the path, but I think so does knowing your band conditions and your times of day and year, so you can work various stations. I think that is equally as important. Absolutely cracking setup I think you've got there. Your audio is really good, really solid and nice and punchy there. It's quite a punchy audio, Darren. So thank you very much for coming back. I've got the better half has just arrived back home, so I'm going to keep this a short one. Mike 0, Delta Charlie X-ray, Mike 0, Mike Papa Quebec. Back to you.
Well, fantastic to get you there in the log, and a lovely big signal. If you do want to listen back, I'm streaming live on YouTube. If you just put the call sign in, you can hear yourself back. Ignore the first minute, because for the first minute I didn't click the codec, so there was no audio coming out of the radio, but it was only for about 60 seconds, and I realised what I'd done. But you're in there now if you want to hear yourself, but for your audio, I know it's probably not the signal report, only being where you are. But all the very best. Don't let me get you in any trouble. I'm lucky at the moment. My wife's nipped out, so I've stolen a quick hour on the radio. So all the very best, and look forward, Jason, to next time. Mike 0 MPQ, Mike 0 DCX, 73, Jason.
73, Darren, all the best.
Thank you very much. QRZ, Mike 0 DCX.
M0 DCX, EI4I2.
Was that EI, go again, Echo India?
Echo India 4 India Quebec, EI4IQ, 24 back. UTH here is 25 miles or so near west of Dublin. The name here is November Oscar Echo Lima. I'll give you a report on the over. Mike 0 Delta Charlie X-ray from EI4IQ.
Thank you very much for that. Sorry, there was a bit of QRM there. I'm not sure whether that was being done, you were being QRM there, or whether we got a noise there. I'll notice on the next over then, Noel. But 5-9 anyway, in Bury St Edmunds, just outside of Cambridge, and the name's Darren, over.
Okay, Dan, that's fine. Yeah, the sister was his road there, all right there. However, that's very good evening there. Yes, there's a noise there on the side there, but you're 5 and 9 plus 10 here. Great signal here. And in the 5 or 6 miles out of the town of Maynooth. Now, Maynooth is about 15 miles west of Dublin in the university town. I'm on the countryside here down in the farming area. I'm using an elderly Sydney at T920, which has indeed for after off for many years. And you're 5 and 9 plus 10 or more here. Very well. Drive for running north-south, about 40 feet above ground. I'm out in the countryside here down in the farming area. Mike 0 Delta Charlie X-ray from EI4IQ.
Mike 0 DCX. Noel, I tell you what, if you, I'm streaming on YouTube at the moment, and if you punch my call sign in to YouTube and just go to, 7 minutes, and listen to yourself, you'll hear the noise that I'm hearing coming through on the audio there. Just listen to it and just make sure that's nothing your end, Noel, will you? I wouldn't like to not mention that, but you can listen to that for yourself, and that is exactly one of the reasons why I'm streaming YouTube nowadays, Noel, over.
Okay, I can't get that apart and have a YouTube over that, over.
Yeah, definitely listen to that. You've got something coming through there. No, I'll let you go. You'll know what I mean when you hear it. Great signal, though. You'll see if you're watching if you do watch back the stream, you've only got, as I said, you've only got to go in 7 minutes. You're only a couple in, and you'll see exactly what you sound like and your signal report. But you're a good 5-9, Noel, into Cambridge, over.
Okay, fine as that there from Cambridge down there. Appreciate very much indeed. Yes, there's a noise on the back carrier there, some guy there. I got the mouth all right. Otherwise, that would be able to reach it there. So no problem on that. Nice to meet you the first time out there from your voice. I think it's still 40 St Edmunds there. So I'll let you get on with the going is good, Dan. Mike 0 Delta Charlie X-ray from EI4IQ. Bye-bye, Dan.
Thanks, Noel. All the very best. Look forward to next time. QRZ Mike 0 DCX.
Mike 0 India Oscar Kilo.
India Oscar Kilo. Great to get you in there, David. I hope you've been well. As you know, you got Darren from Bury St Edmunds. It was a terrible morning here. It was pouring with rain all night. I jumped up out of the seat. I can't remember whether I even disconnected. I was that silly last night. I didn't think there was any. I thought it had missed us, any of the lightning. And I woke up about early hours of the morning, about 1:30, hearing rain absolutely hammering on the windows. And my wife will tell you, I shot up out of that bed, come running downstairs, and that coax was out the back of that radio before you know it. There, David, over.
I know what you're saying. Hi, okay, returning. I've just been listening for a little bit, Darren. Very good signal here into East Yorkshire. You've got my name. You've got my call sign. Yeah, very good. Good signal from yourself. That other station, I was at the Irish station. I was struggling to hear with the noise. It was a strange noise. You think right away, oh, is it RF? But I don't know. I can't say I've heard anything like that before. It just sounds like sometimes things you pick up on military frequencies. So I don't know, but you was dead right. It wasn't good. Yeah, well, it's raining here. Fully expecting rain and lightning last night, and we didn't get any, so that was a bonus. But yeah, good signal, good audio. From M0I. Okay.
Thanks very much, and your lovely signal here. Yeah, I am streaming on YouTube, David, and it was a good job I have actually, because I wasn't going to do it tonight. I just thought I'd get on the radio for an hour as the wife went out, and I've just bought a new Ethernet cable, and I thought I'd just give it a go to see if it improves a few things. So that was mainly why, really, at the last minute there. But yeah, just as well I did, so he could hear it for himself. I don't like telling people they've got things like that, so I'd rather he heard it himself, and if there's something he knows is going on there, he'll be straight on that. But yeah, that looked worthwhile this evening. Oh, well, sounding great here. It actually warmed up this afternoon, so ended up sunny in the end. So what started off as a terrible day and soaking wet with a coat and hood on turned out to be a shirt again with no coat. Over.
Yeah, and okay, return. Well, there's better weather than what we've got, Darren. It's practically raining all day, and it reckons by looking at the weather report for this area, it's going to get more and more worse as the day goes on. So, I've just looked. I've got 4 meters. I've got 4 meters on, and normally when I have 4 meters on with a double bazooka, and if I talk it, it interferes with it. I've changed my antenna. I'm on the ZX6BKW. There's nothing on 4 meters. The dial's not moving at all. Yeah, you know what I mean? I get interaction, but there's nothing. Not a sausage. I'm really, really pleased with that. So that's good anyway. Look, I'm just going to turn that off. Anyway, I don't want to be doing that, but I should have realised that. Right, Darren, I'll let you get some more contacts. Thanks very much indeed. I think you said go on YouTube and put your call sign in and you can have a listen to you streaming. So I wish you and the family there in, I think you said Cambridge. Oh, did you say Cambridge or Bury? I can't remember now. It's all down to my date of birth, that, Darren. But it's been nice talking to you. You take care, and I'll speak to you some other time, some other place. 7 and 3pence.
All the very best. Lovely audio, and I'm sure you'll love everything you hear when you hear it back. So you're in at about 13 minutes, so around there. All the very best, David. Look forward to next time. QRZ Mike 0 DCX.
Mike 0.
Golf 7 Lima Hotel Kilo.
Golf 7 Lima Hotel Kilo. Troy, how are you? Over.
I'm good, thanks, mate. How are you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. Your 10 over 9 sound great. So I heard a little bit of a kerfuffle yesterday and didn't want to get involved, so I turned the radio off and thought I'd give it a go today. But just trying out a new cable. Hopefully that will be streaming a little bit faster now. Weirdly, this doubled the speed of the internet. I didn't think that would actually, happen on the Mac there. I just thought it'd be more stable. I was quite surprised. I've got full fibre here, and it's as fast as I'm going to get it. I think it's supposed to be 930, and I've never seen anything like that upload or download. About half of that normally, or 600 at the most, but that's always been on Wi-Fi. I plugged in a new Cat 8 Ethernet cable, and I'm getting the full 900. I couldn't believe it, Troy. I nearly fell over. Back to you.
Well, I was watching your stream earlier, a few minutes ago on the phone, and it looks good, mate. It does really look good. I didn't realise you were using a Mac. You've got the 101 MP, haven't you, Darren?
Yeah, Mike 0 DCX. Yeah, I'm running it into the ACOM this evening. You probably saw on there, it's running around 450 watts, probably peaking 500, Troy, over.
Right, okay, M0 DCX G7LHK, just for the record there. Yeah, I'm peaking just under 1,000, Darren. I text Stuart, G5STU the other night. I was just inquiring as to how the likes of Callum, yourself, and Stuart actually got the display off the Yaesu radio, and he very kindly sent me the link of the item that I require. So that's on order. I've dabbled with OBS previously, and I think you're using OBS as well by all accounts. So I have started a YouTube live stream up, but I'm a newbie at it, Darren. M0DCX G7LHK, back to you.
M0DCX, yeah. I mean, I have, I've subscribed to you actually. I did see you on there. So, but yeah, I mean, the good thing, I was a little bit edgy with the 101MP with that 4K capture card because they're HDMI's, aren't they? But I basically kept an HDMI to a DVI cable, 2 of those. So it's still only actually a DVI going into the monitor and a DVI actually into the radio. You just got the HDMI capture card in between. But it works. Seems to work very well. And on the Mac, you can actually view it, display it on, your monitor as well. So actually, I don't need that big monitor anymore, the external monitor, and I will probably get round to changing that because I've actually got it on the screen that I'm looking at in front of me. I just do find the OBS at the moment quite easy. When looking straight ahead like this, I can see exactly what my amplifier is doing without actually having to look for it. The trouble is the amplifier is to my right and it's not in the field of view when you're doing all of this, and I take my eye off it for far too long, so it's quite nice to actually be seeing it on the screen in front of me. Over.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I've done with my software on there, and I think you could see the webcam as well, although I was out of frame by all accounts on the last one, but we'll get that, we'll do an unlisted stream just to test it and try again. So hopefully Friday we've got everything up and running. So the capture card's coming tomorrow apparently, so we'll give that a go. I have got a DVI adapter to HDMI, so we'll give that a go. It seems to work. I haven't had any problems so far, but I know the problems that can happen, so I'm a little bit cautious like yourself there. But anyway, I'm holding you up. I know you want to get a load of calls in this evening. We've got a Zoom meeting coming up with the lads at 8 o'clock with the lads up in Hull. So I'll bow out, but I shall watch the stream back and see how my audio sounds, Darren. Great to catch you again, my friend. M0DCX G7LHK, and I'll notify you next time. Well, if you've subscribed, you'll get a notification anyway as to when I go live. So there you go. All the best, mate. You take care. 7-3 and signal report, by the way, 5-9 plus 20.
Thank you very much. Well, as you've been for most of it there, I mean, you're always the same. So, but you'll see for yourself you probably have if you've been looking on it. But yeah, I look forward to that, Troy. And NX8T, he's the one that if you look on one of his videos, he's a friend of Stu's as well. And I know a lot of what he's done has been through the tutelage, if you like, of Stu. And if you see on there, he's using that same 4K capture card with an MP. So there's quite a few people out there successfully using them with no trouble. So, and at the end of the day, Troy, if you can't use the radio for what you want, what's the point having it? If you blow a graphics card at the end of the day, it's not a biggie, is it? So, hopefully it won't happen. I know I ran the DX10 for 6 months on an HDMI cable before the rumour even got around, because as you probably know, the original advert for it was showing one being used. So I think quite a lot of people were using them. I think I've always used a monitor for, rather than a television for a monitor. So I would like to think there's no power back on it anyway. It's not like an HDMI trying to wake up a DVD player, is it? But look, Troy, anyway, lovely to get you. Certainly look forward to you on the next stream. And see you soon, Troy. Over.
Yeah, cheers, Darren. Just a quick one. What was that call sign? November something?
November X-ray 8 Tango.
Right, okay. I've just jotted that down. I'll have a look on the YouTube videos on that one, and we'll see where we go from there. Darren, many thanks for your time this evening. Have a great week, mate, and we'll catch up soon. M0DCX G7LHK 7-3, buddy.
All the very best, Troy. QRZ Mike 0 DCX.
Mike 0 Yankee Alpha Zulu Yankee America Zulu.
Got you there, Graham. No problem at all. Lovely big signal. Nice to hear G working the way it is this evening. You've got Darren again from Bury St Edmunds, over.
Hello, Darren. Yeah, we only spoke the other day, wasn't it? But yeah, you're coming over here 20 over 9 into Nottingham. Loud and clear. I'm going to have a little look on your YouTube thing tonight to see what you've got going on there and have a little listen to me audio as you do. So I'll fire up my phone as we're speaking actually and put it on pause and do that in a moment. But nice to catch you again, Darren, for sure. M0DCX, M0YAZ in Nottingham.
Mike 0DCX returning. Well, what I've just made sure I've done, I was at 2.8 anyway on receive, but I'm making sure I'm open to 3 kilohertz, so anyone listening should get the width of your audio. So yeah, I've set the receive at 3K, so hopefully what you hear you'll be happy with. Certainly very loud here, 10 over 9 all the way, Graham, into Bury St Edmunds, and lovely audio, over.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it is at 3. I can change it to 2.5. 1.8 is always a little bit narrow, isn't it? But I can do that. But if it sounds okay, I'll leave it as it is. So yours is absolutely spot on, no complaints. So beautiful signal. I'm looking forward to having a look at your YouTube stream. That's for sure. You've got more going on than me, for sure. I don't know how you do all this stuff, but me hats off to you, over.
Thank you very much for those flowers. Well, I just, I quite enjoy the radio, and it's a daily thing. And I just thought, you know what, so many people now are showing streams on YouTube. I thought, well, some of the pile-ups are absolutely monstrous, and I just thought it's quite nice for people to see what's going on the other end. I mean, I know I'm one of the sad ones that I think I sat there on one of the CQ Worldwide contests watching one of the guys on YouTube over in the States there at the same time as I was in the contest, and it almost made me feel like I wasn't the only one sitting there all day just continuously going on and on. It's quite nice to see someone else going through it all as well there, Graham, over.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's a big old competition, isn't it? But it's nice to take part of it. I mean, we all enjoy the hobby, don't we? You get a lot out of it. I do anyway. I don't spend as much time as I used to. I just have little chats here and there. Don't go so much for the massive distances as again like I used to. A lot of Inter-G stuff. But no, it's still very enjoyable. I wouldn't be without it. I think it's something to have in your back pocket, so the stuff don't go off, does it? Just keep it in your sack, in your cupboard, wherever, and use it as when you want. So it's all good. And I won't hold it. I'm sure there's plenty of people waiting to call in. I'm going to have a quick look on the stream. Thanks for doing that. I do appreciate it. And you take care, Darren. M0DCX, M0YAZ.
All the very best. Well, thank you very much, Graham. You really do sound great, and I'm sure you'll like what you hear when you tune in. But yeah, the more the merrier, Graham. All the very best. QRZ, Mike 0DCX.
Mike India 0, Tango Lima Golf.
Tango Lima Golf, Mike India 0. Great to get you in there, Bill. Nice signal as always. And it looks like it was a month ago when we last spoke, so hope you're well there in Northern Ireland, over.
Yeah, okay, not Darren. Well, you're 5, 9 plus 20. Big signal. And absolutely fantastic to hear. And all good here. Weather not so good, unfortunately. We had a lovely week last week, Darren. Wall-to-wall sunshine. And our summer arrived just in autumn. But this week's totally different. Temperatures dropping. And cloudy and overcast, unfortunately. QSL?
QSL, it's exactly the same here. It's terrible this morning. The bad weather came in the evening. The thunder and lightning seemed to stay away according to the map. I had a eager eye on that yesterday, and it seemed to stay away. But I was a little bit edgy last night, and I did stay connected, and I thought, we won't worry yet. But I did wake up at about 1:30 in the morning and jumped down the stairs as quick as I could. Didn't do me a lot of good this morning, but it was absolutely hammering down. The wind, it sounded like there was a storm here. So we didn't see any thunder and lightning, but we all got soaked this morning in sort of first few hours at work. But come dinner time, the sun was out and it was coat off and just shirt again. So I think it's hanging on, isn't it? But it's not going to be there for much longer, Bill, over.
Yeah, well, we actually seen a bit of that on television there. There was like a tornado, and you'd seen stuff getting caught up and going up into the sky. And there was a lot of floods, a lot of flooding, a lot of water come down in a very, very short space of time. but you normally get that when the breakdown in weather happens. When you get a long spell of warm weather and then all of a sudden it starts breaking, that can happen. Darren, I wish you 7-3. There is many stations wanting to call you. Thank you very much for bringing me on board. Lovely to hear you in. And let's hope we talk again real soon. Mike 0 Delta Charlie X-Ray. This is Mike Italy 0 Tango Lima Golf. 7-3, Darren.
All the best, Bill, and lovely audio. And if you want to hear it, I am streaming. So if you just put the call sign into YouTube and 26 minutes in, you'll hear that audio, Bill. It is fantastic. All the very best. Look forward to next time, Bill. God bless the family. Over.
Appreciate that, absolutely. And the same to yourselves there, Darren. And thank you very much. I will just look that up on YouTube and have a wee listen. Thanks very much. Good night. God bless. Bye-bye.
All the very best, Bill. QRZ Mike 0 DCX. Is that Golf 5 Sierra Tango United?
Yeah, how you doing, Darren? M0 5 SU. We're running M7 power levels tonight, Darren. 25 watts from the FTDX 101D here on the Vibraplex NFED. How are you doing today?
Yeah, not bad. And I'm just sitting here holding on to that cursor thinking, am I going to give him a 5-7 or aren't I? You'll see it if you do see it, or you are looking, you'll see it for yourself. But thanks for that tip on the title, because I didn't think that. I thought by putting it in the, obviously not tagging it, but putting it in its, science and technology, I thought that was a bit brief. And just, putting Friday Night Live and all the rest of it, you mean titling it, don't you? And I can see what I've done. I just took it, I put the title in the actual picture and then put the writing from that in the box, and should have, so just put something like amateur radio or ham radio then in it, and that'll hit the right thing, will it, Stu?
Yeah, no, absolutely. So let's just do a quick test here. So we're on 25 watts. So I'm just going to pump up, double it to 50 watts. So what are we on now? That's 50 watts now, Darren. I'm doing this because I want to listen back on the live stream in a minute and notice the difference for myself. So that's 50 watts, and we've got to 100 watts now. Flat out from the FTDX 101D. So that's 100 watts. Anyway, I'll listen back to that in a minute, mate, and check the needles and stuff. But, so titles on YouTube. So think about it this way. It doesn't matter if you put amateur radio or ham radio, they're synonymous, aren't they? They know that. If you put ham radio, it uses less letters, so you can get other words in. That's the way that I do it. But the words that you put to the left of the title are more important than the ones to the right. I do this for a living, Darren. I'm a digital marketer, so I know all the hacks. But yeah, make sure you get ham radio live stream in the title when you set it up. It just helps more people find it. If you're not worried about that, then don't worry about it. But I'm just giving you a tip, mate. Over.
Yeah, no, I am very pleased that you did, because that is something I would wanted to have known. And I was aware that science and tech. I was actually going to ask you, but I thought you'd been hammered enough about that, so I wasn't going to sit there questioning, and you were busy with your 101 as well. I wonder how that's going, Stu. Is that still all right? Over?
G5 SU, yeah, the old FT 101. I just noticed, actually, I'm looking behind me. I've got an old oscilloscope turned on, and as I'm talking, it's picking up. I've never noticed that before because I've never been looking backwards. So yeah, that's strange, but. The old FT101 still working a charm. I've got a new set of tubes, or a new old set of tubes turned up in the week, so I need to put them in and see if they work and see if they deliver more power than the ones that are in it. But it's, it's pushing out 100 watts, which is good enough, for a 40-year-old radio. But it's nice to know that I've got a spare set of tubes, Darren. Over.
Yeah, Mike 0 DCX. Actually, I've noticed your oscilloscope doing that before. Definitely. Actually, you could see mine on as well at the minute. I didn't realise I was actually on that screen. Now, funny that you should say that, but I've been doing a bit of messing about, as you know, before I came on. But you'd gone up to a 5.9 with 100 watts, but it didn't seem to make as much difference on the signal on the S meter as what it has done before when you've done it. But you're definitely a lot stronger in the audio, Stu. Now that's the main thing, isn't it? Really on 40, I think, with those amplifiers. Over.
G5 STU. Yeah, no, I'm talking about a proper old school oscilloscope, Darren. Mike Zero MSN gave it to me with the radio, actually. It's an old cathode ray tube job, and it's dancing around behind me. I've never seen the line move because I've not actually used it, but I just turned it on earlier on just for a bit of fun. But anyway, so one thing I was going to say, I was listening when you were talking to Troy, and the only thing about these capture cards, I think you've got a pro capture card, haven't you? So you come out of the radio, you go into the video capture card, and then you come out of the capture card and you can go back into the TV or screen. You're obviously not going to do a TV unless you're mad, but into your screen, and then you have your USB goes off to the computer, so you can suck out the signal, which is basically what the gamers do. When the gamers are streaming, that's how they do it. I've never ever used an external monitor with my Yaesus. I just don't see the point, especially with the 101, with the massive screen it's got. I just don't see the point. And unless you're after Shack Bling, I'm not going to knock anybody for wanting to, improve their Shack in terms of bling factor. But for me, I'd rather use the screens plugged into the computer, and then use the computer to display the screen, and then I can use the screens for other things, Darren. Over.
Yeah, Mike Zero DCX. Well, I'm now, I'm now getting to that same thing myself with it. Before, it was always, that was the only way I could view like anything external from that. But you are right. Now I find everything I'm doing, especially with this, I'm trying to look at forwards. And everything I want on that screen, or and I can see it both on these. Don't need the one over there, and that was what I was saying to Troy. I think what I'm going to end up doing is I've got another Lightning or USB-C, whatever they are now, on the on the Mac Minis, a spare one of those for another screen. So I'll probably connect that up to an HDMI straight into the Mac. And I may put OBS or something on that, and then I can keep this screen for something else. But I know what you mean. Now with that capture card, because as you say, it's the through one, I've got it on that as well as on QuickTime Player. I think that's what the Mac uses to actually view it. So I find if I open up QuickTime Player and then close it, it just sort of open it and shut it, and actually choose on the file, view a new recording, you get the screen come up actually on your monitors here, and I can expand that and make that whatever size. So I don't actually need that external monitor anymore. And it's an absolute waste, because when you look at it now, I've got a little picture of it on one screen through OBS. I've got another expanded picture on my desktop that I'm using for login, and I've got the external display running as well as the radio. I mean, everywhere I look, there's an external screen for the 101. It's ridiculous. Over.
G5 SU, forgetting to press the Vox button. Okay, well, I'll make this the final anyway, Darren, because I'm sure there's plenty more calling, and I don't want to hold you up. I'm reorganising the shack here at the moment, and reorganising all my lighting and cameras and stuff for making videos, so I can do a bit more different stuff than what I normally do. But so I'm going to get on with that. But one thing you can do in OBS is you can actually go into OBS, you can create a scene that only has your radio screen in it, and then you can tell OBS to open that in a separate window, and then you can use that to view your your radio screen on your computer. So that's another way of doing it. I know Callum, for example, uses Camdesk, doesn't he? He's basically doing exactly the same thing with Camdesk. But there's lots of ways of doing it, but I definitely, for me, I just would never ever I would never waste a computer screen just plugged into the radio. I just don't see the point. I mean, these 101s have such a massive screen, and it's only a foot away from my face, Darren, so if I can't read that, there's something wrong. Over.
Yeah, Mike Zero DCX, you are right. I mean, I think I got in the habit of the external monitor when I had the DX10. Obviously, it was quite handy with the DX10, but with the 101, I've never used anything other than the actual screen of the radio. I don't really look at the other one, But now, as you say, now you've got it opened up on desks everywhere. I put overlays. I did it a different way. It was probably my naivety, but I opened up, other sources and actually took so that I could fit the boxes in. So like I'd take one of your search maps, and because I want it bigger on my screen than it is actually on OBS, I resize it as so it's another window overlaying over what I'm looking at. And when you actually see the picture of me on the live stream and a picture of the amplifier and that is just one big box full of the screen on my screen, of the actual waterfall and everything on the external display. So it's absolutely ridiculous me taking another monitor, and I am finding I've not got enough room to view properly the Google Chat. And I'm a bit slow on the Google Chat, so it is ridiculous that I've got all these four big screens here, and I'm running out of space. I'm doing something wrong, Stu, over.
Yeah, well, that's it. When you've got many screens, I mean, I've got 4 here plugged into this computer, and the only reason I have 4 is because I'm a programmer, so quite often I will be developing a new website, and it will be, okay, we're basically rebuilding an old site again. So I have the old site on the left-hand side, and then on the top screen, and then I have the old site code on the bottom left monitor, and then the new site view or visuals on the top right, and the new site code on the right bottom, So for me, that just makes it super easy to code, and it obviously is super useful as well when when you're on live streaming. But that's the only reason I've got it. If I wasn't a programmer, I don't know if I'd have 4 screens. I'd probably just code with 2. But anyway, mate. Anyway, I'll waffle on. I've not been on the radio for a while. I had bad eyes, Darren. On Thursday night, I suddenly had eye cramp, or whatever you call it, eye strain. And it was so bad, I literally had to go and lie down in a dark room. I don't know if it was a migraine or eye strain or what, but I was out of action all weekend, mate, and I've only just sort of recovered. So I'm taking it. I'm spending less time on with the screens at the moment until it's until it's all good. Anyway, enough waffle from me. I thought I'd just call in and say hello. And let me know when you get that 80 metre end fed up, Darren, and we'll have a QSO on 80 metres. M0DCX, this is G5STU, and I'm just turning the power down to 25 watts for the final, just so I can listen back on your live stream and see what the difference is. There we go, that's my 25 watts. 7.3 Darren from G5STU.
Yeah, all the best, Stu. You'll definitely notice the difference there, mate. That was more obvious when you went down. 5 and 4 with the 25 watts, but I've actually logged you as a 5 and 7 on 25 watts, but you'll see. Stu, thanks for that. I have got the end fed under here, and I'll be looking forward to getting that up, mate. All the best, and hopefully it won't be long before I see you on 80, mate. QRZ Mike 0 DCX.
Mike 3 Tango Juliet
Tango J. Toby, great to get you, Toby. How have you been? I haven't spoken to you for a little while. Hope you've been well, mate. Over.
Yeah, I've been fantastic, Darren. I've been a traitor to 40 metres. I recently built a Moxon for 20 metres, and been having a bit of fun with that. So I thought I saw you on Station Master, so had to come and say hello. I'm about to activate a parts from the air. I'm either going to go to 15 metres or 40. Either way, I'm going to cause a bit of a stir. So I thought I'd have a relaxing, ease myself into it, Darren. Back to you.
Yeah, Mike 0 DCX, excellent on the Moxon, and I should think you have been having fun on 20. I noticed someone on here yesterday, and he had a huge antenna up, and I think it's a Mike 7, so it would have been on the 25 watts, and he was a massive signal. And when you looked on his QRZ page, what a setup! He lived on a farm in the middle of nowhere, and an almighty tower, and you should have seen the beam on it. It was it's just what you die for, really. But no such luck here, Toby. I had a little joke earlier with Stu. We were talking about the speed of the internet that I got here, because it's like it's absolutely ridiculous, the speed of it here. It's so fast. And he was saying, you're lucky so-and-so. And I said, yeah, but I'm not the one with a hex beam. I think I've got it the wrong way round. I know what I would rather strong, and it's not as much the internet as it is the hex beam. My son even looked at me and said, what's a hex beam, Daddy? And when I got the picture up, he gave me a right funny look over.
I bet you thought, I could hang my washing on that, that's for sure. I took my daughter out. She's 11 years
years old, and she done her first time operating on HF the last week of the summer holidays. And she helped me put this Moxon together. And she couldn't believe her eyes. I've got a 12-metre ex-military mast, a Raycall mast. And putting her on top of there and putting her up section by section, her eyes are widening and widening. She managed to work, about 10 contacts into the USA on her first go around on HF. She's hooked now. She wants to get her ticket, pleased about that. But if you got the space, fantastic. I don't have the luxury either at my home QTH. It's a thin slither of a garden. I can get an inverted V up for 40 metres, and that's about it really. But that's why I come out portable onto the hilltops. That's what I enjoy. Sitting in my van at the moment, at the helm, laptop in my lap. And I've dug out a radio this evening, which I haven't used for 12 to 18 months. It's my first ever HF rig, a Yaesu 857, and I've got an LDG tuner, so I can tune this 40-metre inverted V up pretty much anywhere. So it's nice being to get the old girl out. Darren, I'd appreciate an audio report. So I'm just running the standard microphone. But I do have a Collins ceramic filter. It's a 2.9 hertz. I think that's set onto the transmit as well, so it should be a bit bassier than the standard. I think it's a 2.3 hertz, the standard one. Anyway, Darren, that's a lot of information for one over, so I'll pass it back to you. M0DCX M3 TJT.
M0DCX returning. Well, I can do better than that for you tonight, Toby. I'm streaming live on YouTube. So if you put my call sign in and you go forward to around about the 42-minute mark, that's where you are into it. And you sound great, mate. You're 5'9" plus here in Bury St Edmunds, and you sound great. And so I've got the I'm listening at 3 kilohertz wide now. So I'm at 3. So hopefully any tone that you've got set up there you can hear back to you. But hopefully you should hear it straight through the codec there from the radio. So just a call sign in, Toby. You're more the merrier, mate. 42 minutes and you hear yourself over.
Fantastic, you're live streaming. You're getting into the old YouTube stuff as well then. I will definitely hunt you down. So do I just put your call sign in? And what I'll do on my next over, I'll turn this filter off and see if you can hear the difference. I think I've got the settings right. Like I said, it's been a while since I've driven this radio, so being a Yaesu is quite menu orientated. But Darren, okay, is it you're just type your call sign in and I'll find you?
Just put in Mike 0 DCX and it will come up. So Stu's on the stream, so you might even have a quick hello to him. I think he's just on there now. So on the little Google chat bit there. But you'll see your signal report and everything on there you need to see. But you do sound great, and I thought I'd give it a go. We're always on the radio, and some of the pile-ups get big, don't they? And I just thought it'd be quite nice for people to see and hear what's going on this end over.
Oh, fantastic, Aaron. Hang on a minute. Can I do it on the fly? No, I can't. I can't change the filter on this go around. But next time you're live streaming and I've got this radio out, I'll have a play with the filters. But I've just subscribed and given you a like, mate. And I'll say hello in the chat in a sec. But anyway, Darren, it's always a pleasure to catch you. You're always a fantastic signal. And I believe you're still using an NFED, and is it your 101? So, you're sounding fantastic, Darren. So, really pleased to get you, my friend, and I won't hold you any longer. So, I will pass it back to you for a final, my friend. M0 DCX M3 TJT.
Mike Zero DCX. Yeah, I am still on the NFED. I'm running around 4 to 500 watts into it at the moment, yeah, I'm actually pulling that down sometime soon and putting the 80 meter version up. Stu's got it, and so's M0 CXT. It's only about 3 meters long. Well, Stu's is the full length one. I haven't got the room for that, but Mike Zero CXT's one is they're only 3 meters longer. You've got a bit of a coil on it, but it gives you 80 as well, so never been on 80, Toby, so I'll be trying a new band myself there, so Stu keeps getting me to get on this. I'm going to have to concede me. Trouble is, the mate of mine who normally stands on the ladder when I'm up halfway up the tree is in Barbados at the moment, and that might be good for the lot of you, because you'll be after some DX. He'll be on 15 metres, etc. Obviously he's on Station Master, so you want to look for the 8 Papa 9 because he's out there at the minute, so no doubt he'll be on the radio, Toby. But long over there, mate. I'll let you go. All the very best, and yeah, I'll speak to you soon. M3 TJT Portable Mike Zero DCX, Toby 73 over.
Yeah, thank you for a lovely QSO there, Darren, and I wish you all the best. Until next time, mate. 73 from the Ashdown Forest, home of Winnie the Pooh.
All the best to your daughter. Look forward to get George on here. QRZ Mike Zero DCX.
Mike Zero, Kilo Charlie Victor.
Kilo Charlie Victor, Kev. Nice signal again, Kev. I see you've been doing a bit of DX lately, mate. I can't remember where I saw it, but I did see you getting something last night, over.
I can't remember what I got last night, but Australia this morning before work, and Jamaica and Uruguay and Brazil on 10 metres this evening, and Canada as well. Not done loads. I think I've had about 8 QSOs. I think you're probably number 8 actually, Darren, but sounding good. 5.9 plus 20 into Surrey, over.
Oh, really pleased to hear that, mate. You're fantastic here as well. You always are. I mean, I don't think I can fit enough pluses on the 5.9 plus when I'm putting it in the box, but it really is. It's a distant memory, isn't it, what you had going wrong the other day, but it's a reminder to us all that things like that. And well, actually, it's why I started streaming. There's a couple of people that it's helped this evening. There's a guy in Echo India that had a real, I mean, it did sound like one of the old power supplies where it lets off the, the noise from the mains, and you could hear it every time he keyed the mic in, and if he can hear anything like that, his end, he'll know what it is, so it sort of helps, over.
M0 DCX from M0 KCV. Yeah, we just take it for granted, Darren, that everything's working. You know, if we're making contact, it's not until someone says, oh, you've got an awful hum or something's wrong with your audio, and then it's, where do you check first? It's normally the antenna. It was for me anyway, a broken leg on the ZS6 BKW, but hey-ho, we live and learn that, we shouldn't wait until they go wrong. We should pull them down every now and again and have a look, over.
Well, I tell you what, Kev, I'm wondering what I might see, because I know what I am going to do. I've got that, as I said earlier, that NFED here under the desk for the 80, which is exactly the same as the one that's up. It's still the Vibraplex kilowatt one, but it's just got another coil in it and it's 3 meters longer for 80 as well. And when I get that up, if all's good and I'm happy with it and it stays where it is and I don't get tempted to use the 40, I'm going to crack that unopened, and I'm quite interested to see what damage I may have done to it over the last few years that's been up that tree, over.
Well, I don't know. As long as you haven't put too much up it should be all right. And as long as there's no water ingress, it should be fine. But yeah, onions do heat up, don't they, over a period of time, and you do like a long over.
Yeah, I know. Well, it seems all right. I'm on about 400 or 500 watts, and it seems okay, but it gets a bit unstable when if you start going beyond the 600 mark. So I think the limit for my one here, certainly this 40 meter one, 400 watts is good enough on 40 meters, over.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic, mate. That's fantastic. I'm not going to hold it, Darren. I can see on Station Master there's loads of people listening. I'm unsure whether they've already worked you, but I feel that I should give someone else a chance. You have a lovely evening, and I'm going to pop over to YouTube and have a look at your stream and the comments, over.
Please do, Kev. More the merrier, mate. That's what it's there for. I'm looking forward to the CQ worldwide, although I'll have to get rid of my frequency, won't I, if I'm going to do that. But, yeah, I had an old weekender when I did that last time. It'd be quite nice to have something else going on at the same time. But, Kev, thanks, mate. All the best. I won't keep going on. All the best till next time. QRZ Mike 0 DCX.
Mike 0 Papa Tango.
Right, I think that's Mike 0 Papa Tango.
Mike 0.
Yeah, Mike 0 Tango Papa Tango. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Got you there. I was just about to try to call you in, actually. I saw you were in the chat there. So, lovely big signal, Dave, as you'll hear, over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, you're 5 and 9 plus 10, mate, and sounding mighty awesome, over.
Thank you very much, as are you. Thank you very much for the NFED, by the way. I've got it under the desk here, so turned up this evening, a couple of hours back, over.
Yeah, happy days, mate. That didn't take long to get in, did it? So, good times. Be interesting to see how you get on with it as well, over.
Yeah, Mike 0 D6. Well, it's exactly the same as the one I'm on now. Other than that's only the 40. It's you've got the little 40 one, haven't you? That's what I'm on at the minute. But I just thought I'd have that extra band. I wanted the 80 metres for once, Dave, over.
Yeah, me and you and Stu should do an 80 metre net, 80 metre pass around net. That'll stir things up. When we first started the club, we one of our biggest nets ever was an 80 metre net with about 47 people calling in.
Well, I do remember coming in on those. I was a bit green, I think, when you were doing those. The only net I'd ever really been on, and that was only 1 or 2. I've never really been into 2 metres or anything like that, but I know when I first passed as a Mike 7, I got on the local repeater here with a little Baofeng handset and managed to get the local club on a club night. But being newly licensed, I found it too, and Mike Shy at the same time, I found it quite a task to remember who was passing to you and to remember who I was passing to, and it becoming not too much. I couldn't handle it, so I didn't do it again, over.
Well, you're a master at it now, so we should do that. That'll be good fun. 80 metres is fun, and you're always guaranteed a little bit of inter-G, so it can be a little bit more noisy than 40, but yeah, we'll give it a go. That'd be awesome, mate. But lovely to get you in the log, and lovely to work as always, Darren. And I'll do a Kevin, and I'll disappear, and I'll continue listening, and I look forward to the next time we can work, over.
Yeah, look forward to it, mate, and thanks for that antenna. I know I was pushing my luck a bit trying to get it in for the CQ worldwide, and I know even you giggled, but it made it, mate, and thank you very much for that. That's here well in time for me to get that up there. All the best, Dave. Till next time. 73, over.
All the best. Bye-bye.
Thank you. QRZ. Right, I've got the Yankee Papa Echo, but I got 2 Echo 0 first. Go ahead.
2 Echo 0, Sierra Victor Juliet. Good evening, Darren, over.
Hello, Sierra Victor Juliet. Great to get you, Stu. Lovely big signal as always in at Bury St Edmunds, over.
Yeah, no worries. You are as well, Darren. You're a 5 and plus 25, something like that, but lovely audio as always. And I haven't spoke to you, I think, since the 27th of August. So I thought I'd give you a shout as I see a big signal, and I tune the radio in, and there you go, from 2E0 SVJ.
Well, you are really, honestly, you're 10 over and you sound absolutely fantastic. I'm streaming on YouTube as well, Stu, so it's something I've been doing for about the last 3 weeks now. So I think I've got it running smoothly enough now. But if you want to hear it, there's my son on there trying to say hello, I think, on the stream, so I better type to him in a minute. But if you look in to about 53 minutes in, you'll hear yourself. You're whacking signalling at Bury St Edmunds, Stu, over.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you, Darren. Thanks for the report. And I'm running 90 watts out of the 101D. So on the NFED long wire. So nothing spectacular. But I think I've got the audio set up on the radio now. I've only had it so probably a couple of months, just over a couple of months now. So so that's me, my friend. So thanks for that, Darren. Back to you.
Yeah, Mike 0 DCX. Oh, well, Stu, fantastic to get you in the log. I won't hold it. There was a Yankee Papa India in at the same time. I better pull him in. But all the very best, mate, until next time. And yeah, whacking signal with the 90 watts there. 2E0 SVJ, Mike 0 DCX, 73, mate, over.
73, Darren. Many thanks, mate.
Thank you. Right, the ending Yankee Papa India, go ahead.
QSL, Darren. Yeah, it's 2 Mike 0 Yankee Papa Echo, QSL.
Right, okay, got that wrong. Actually, I did go to put echo in. I thought there I misheard it. Graham should know that by now, shouldn't I? Lovely big signal and great audio, over.
Yeah, the same back up here as well, Darren, as always, cracking audio. I actually spotted you on YouTube, and I see you sitting there with a nice shirt on. Hope you're not like when you're on your Teams or a Zoom call where you're sitting with a boxer shorts or your pyjama bottoms on the day you go to bed there. Back to you.
Yeah, well, I've been ribbed a bit with some of the shirts I wear. I'm a shirt person, to be honest. I go to work with shirts on every day and tend to wear them quite a lot. So Son does the same. I think that's my fault, to be honest with you. But yeah, I have got some suspect ones, and I've been ribbed on several of them, over.
As long as you're comfortable, that's what it boils down to, definitely. But no, it's good to actually see you online and for a change, just having a quick chat there. But no, as always, you're 5'9" plus, touching your 20 up here, and as always, mate, cracking audio. Back to you.
Yeah, thank you very much there, Graham. Well, I won't hold it this evening. As you see, it's on YouTube tonight, so I'll try to pull a few in. There sounded quite a few in there. Sorry, just trying to talk to my son for some unknown reason. I'm texting him. I don't know where it's going, but it doesn't seem to be going to him. But hello, George, if you are watching, I know you're in the chat. I do apologise. The chat's doesn't seem to be, my answer to you doesn't seem to be coming up. But Graham, great to get you in the log as always. Fantastic audio. There you go, it's there now. 2 Mike 0 YPE, Mike 0 DCX. 73, Graham.
Yeah, many thanks, Dan. 73. Have a good day for us tonight, and I'll catch you again, sir. Bye-bye.
Thank you, all the best. QRZ. Right, did I hear a Mike 7 in there?
Mike 7, Bravo Zulu Yankee.
Bravo Zulu Yankee, great to get you in there. Paul, how are you this evening, over?
Yeah, I'm doing fine, Darren. My computer's on the other side of the room, but I've just booted it up and put YouTube on to catch you on YouTube. Yeah, I'm operating with a cheap gaming headset this evening, and your audio is sounding beautiful in this headset. It's my first time wearing a headset, so I've got to get used to how loud I actually speak with the headphones on. It's a whole different ball game to holding a fish mic, isn't it? But your audio is sounding beautiful, and you're a solid 20 dB over 9 into the West Midlands this evening. So fantastic signal, and your audio is sounding beautiful in these headsets. Back to you, Darren.
Thank you very much for the flowers there, Paul. You're certainly 5'9" here in Bury St Edmunds. Sound great yourself. So, yeah, I wonder what the lag is. I wonder what the latency on there is. Whether I think it was 3 seconds the last time I did it, but I've attached a cable now, and it seems to have made a lot bigger difference on the speed and stable. Hopefully, it's more stable. But I've got the Wi-Fi and the cable running here at the same time. But Paul, great to get you in the logbook. If you listen back, as you said, if you've got that on, you'll hear it for yourself. You really do sound very good, and I know what you mean about the headphones. I wouldn't be without them calling CQ now. I've tried it a couple of times recently without them on and trying to listen, obviously with kids around. I've got 3 kids in this house. You can imagine it's not going to happen, Paul. M7BZY, Mike 0 DCX. 73, Paul, over.
Yes, 73, Darren. Thank you very much for acknowledging my call. It's always a pleasure to get you in the log, and yeah, hope to catch you again soon. But enjoy the rest of the evening, and yeah, good luck with the YouTube channel. 73.
Thank you. All the very best. Great to get you in the log. QRZ. Right, I've got a Golf 0 Yankee. Go ahead. Golf 0, go ahead.
Golf 0, Mike Lima Charlie.
Mike Lima Charlie, got you that time. No problem at all. I recognise the call. I'm sure when first time contact by the look of it, Dave. You've got Darren then in at Bury St Edmunds, just outside of Cambridge, QSL.
Yeah, QSL, Darren. Yeah, you've got the name there. QTH here is town of Stockport, south of Manchester. And you're 5'9" plus 20, very strong indeed. Lovely signal and nice audio. And yeah, I think it's the first time we've made contact. Nothing in my computer log, but so I assume we've not worked before. So there we are. Just running 100 watts on a wire antenna from a 7300. Mike 0, Delta Charlie X-ray, Golf 0, Mike Lima Charlie, over.
M0DCX returning. Well, you're right, you are the first time in the log. I'm just looking on your QRZ page. Very impressive antenna you got there, over.
Yeah, it's an old photo. It's an old photo now. That was a Bushcraft 10-3, which is a 3-element monoband Yagi for 10, and it was also a Delta. It's more or less like a Halo for 5 bands. And it was designed by a Scottish ham. He's now Silent King, but it was just like a Halo really for, let's say, 5 bands. So it did work out okay, but I had a lot of grief from the neighbours, so it had to come down, and I'm just stuck with the 10 metre beam now. But I've just put up the Bushcraft came down in a gale a few years ago, but just last month I put up an old CB antenna, the Stereo SY3, and it's really working out great on 10 metres. So there we are. So that's the rundown this end, Darren, over.
Mike 0DCX returning. Yeah, sorry to hear about that. When you see pictures like that, I mean, to a ham, that is such a lovely sight, seeing an antenna like that. You know, and looking at the scenery, it looks like it's in the middle of nowhere, doesn't it? You wouldn't think you'd have any trouble like that, but clearly everyone's got a neighbour somewhere, haven't they? And yeah, I'm afraid I saw my son's face earlier when I showed him what a hex beam. He kept hearing the word hex beam, and he wanted to know what one looked like. So I showed him a picture where some guy had got one up about 30 metres in the air. It looked like it's really high, and yeah, he just took one look at me. And I think the look in his face said it all, and that was my son that thinks it's all clever. So I don't think I'll be pushing my luck too far with my neighbours. They go. I think they're all right if you're on the right side, but it's so easy to cross the line, isn't it, Dave? Well, look, I'll pass it back to you there for the final. I won't hold it. There's several in there, but thanks very much for coming in. And I'm streaming on YouTube this evening. If you put the call sign in and you are interested, you're just over an hour in, about an hour and 2 minutes, Dave. You can hear your audio. G0MLC, Mike 0DCX, back to you for the final, Dave, over.
Yeah, it's okay, Darren. Yeah, fine. Yeah, I saw you on the cluster you were streaming, so I'll have a look at that and just check for my own curiosity, see what I sound like. But yeah, the antenna had to come down, but we managed to secure planning permission for the 3 elements, and we managed to increase the height from 30 feet to 40 feet. So that's what we've got now, and just under the rotator cage we've got the end-fed half wave. It's UK antennas, end-fed half wave, and it really does work well on 80 and 40. So it runs in a straight line from the bottom of the garden, which is 150 feet away. So the antenna is 133 feet long in a straight line, and the average height is about 30 feet. So it does us pretty well on 80 and 40. Anyway, I won't hold it, Darren. I'll let you get off and work all the other stations in the pile-up. 73 CF, many thanks, and nice to work with you. Mike 0, Delta Charlie X-ray, Golf 0, Mike Lima Charlie. Bye-bye.
All the very best, Dave, and great to hear that on that antenna. Who'd have believed that would work that way round? You got more out of it. That was worth that was worth going down that road, wasn't it, Dave? I bet you held your breath, though. QRZ, Mike 0DCX.
2 Echo 0 Yankee Echo Hotel.
Thank you. Hello, how are you? Got you there, David. Nice big signal. 2 Echo 0 YEH. Obviously, I'm not going to say who I am. You know who I am, but you're 5'9 plus, over.
Yeah, thank you very much, Darren. Nice to get you back on the log. It's been a while, really. M0D shit. There we go. It's in there. But yeah, it's not been a bad day, really. I see you've been streaming on YouTube quite a bit recently, over.
Yeah, Mike Zero DCX. Well, I don't want to do any more than at the most 2 a week. I thought that, anyone that really wants to see my face said he'd want more than that, really. But I mean, I thought 2 a week would be all right. The only trouble is last week, Thursday, I thought I started to get partial to a Thursday and a Sunday, but the trouble was last week Thursday was my youngest daughter's birthday, so Thursday was in this house we were all busy, so I had to go on Friday, and then I just thought do people really want to hear me again on the Sunday after Friday, so I pushed it over to today, over.
Yeah, it's just one of them things, isn't it, that you and everybody else likes doing with the streaming and everything. It's we don't want to see you too much, we just want to see you just enough, over.
Yeah, well, that's what I thought, and actually I'll limit this because what's good is if I don't start until about 7:30, then normally I'm out of here by 9 o'clock at the most, so I can't really overdo it that way either. So that will be my limit, around about 9 o'clock at the very latest here this evening. So I better not hold it, Dave. I've been rag chewing quite a bit this evening, so I better try to pull a few more in, mate. But great to get you as always, and thanks for giving it a look. 2E0YEH, Mike 0 DCX, mate. 73, over.
Yeah, no problem at all, mate. I've clicked the old subscribe button as well, so I'll be notified every time you come on. And I'll say 73s, and I'll catch you later, mate.
Thanks, Dave. All the best. You've just put a smile on my son's face upstairs, I'm sure. He's eagerly looking at all of that. So it is a lot to do with him. I'm hoping I get him in on 1 or 2 of the streams here and there for a CQ here and there. But we'll see how it goes, Dave. QRZ Mike 0 DCX. Hey, got you there, Keith. No problem at all. Golf 1RHB. How are you, over?
G1RHB, very good evening, Darren. I've been trying for a while. By God, you're popular, mate. Nice to get through to you. Still the same, no extra power on the DX Commander Signature 9, but the good thing is I've got the Cobweb arriving this week, mate, later this week, so when I get back off holiday in a few weeks' time, and maybe it'll be a little bit better, over.
Mike 0 DCX, yeah, I'd love to try a Cobweb. They're a little less imposing, aren't they, to the eye, if you know what I mean, than a hex beam. I weirdly, round the corner, in between me and Mike 0 CXT, it's only a mile down the road, and he drove me round the block and said, look at this, and a guy's got a Cobweb up, and it's pretty much right on the front of his house, up on the roof. And actually, when he first told me as we were going down the road what we were going to see, I had visions of, oh my, if he can do that, we can do anything. And I've got to be honest, I was quite surprised, Keith, how actually in fitting it was. If you can say an antenna is in fitting, it didn't look bad. Let's put it that way, over.
With it being bowed. I realised until I went up, I got the ladders out and climbed up to clean the gutter, and I suddenly realised that on the back of the house, where the bathroom is, like a flat roof, an extension flat roof. So I thought, well, if I put the Cobweb just above that flat roof, it'll go over the flat roof, so there'll only be one side of the Cobweb sticking out, so you'll hardly see it, mate, hopefully. So I'm going to give it a go anyway. I'm quite looking forward to it. But as I say, it's going to be a few weeks before I get it up there. I've got Hamfest this coming weekend, and then on the Tuesday I'm off to Florida for a fortnight. So as soon as I get back, that Cobweb will be going up. So hopefully we'll make a few more contacts towards the end of October, mate.
Yeah, Mike 0 DCX returning. Keith, I'll be really interested to hear how you go with that, because funny enough, I've got a section of flat roof at the top of mine on the corner over there, and I think it's something like about 8 foot by 8 foot, so it's only a small section. It was a bit where they put I forgot what they called that section of the roof, but it went from a pitch roof into a slight edge there, yeah, it's 8. I think it's around 8 by 8, something like that. And I was wondering what I may be able to sit level, not level, but stealthy, I think is the word we're looking for, isn't it? With that, and it is to the back of the house as well. And I've been wondering a while what I may be able to hide up there. So I'd be quite interested if you get a few pictures once you've done that, Keith, over.
G0. No, I'm not a G0. I'm a G1. I don't know why I said G0. Old age, mate. Yeah, what I will do is, as I say, as soon as it's set up, I will take some photos and we'll have a few chin wags and see how things go. Really looking forward to be honest, because I get a heck of a lot of noise on it. Like a vibe of noise. Really, really bad. So I've got to get good signals to manage to hear it. Very bad area. Anyway, I'll let you go, mate, to the calling. I'm not going to hold it. Great pleasure working with you, and I'm sure we'll talk again very, very soon. You take care, mate. And I think David's going to do a live stream from Hamfest, so if you're looking on that, mate, we'll give you a G1RHB. 73, mate. Take care, and best wishes to your family also. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Keith. All the very best to you too. And yeah, there's a lot of QRM going on at the moment. I think someone's forgotten where you do CW on the band, but there you go. It's that sort of time of the evening, Keith, isn't it? But no problem with you at all, mate. 73 QRZ Mike 0 DCX. Right, the Golf station, go ahead.
Golf 1, Victor Mike Lima.
Victor Mike Lima. Sorry about that. As you can hear, the zoo's alive, so it looks like I didn't realise we had one in Bury St Edmunds. You normally, to take the kids, you've got to go at least 20 miles away, Paul, over.
Darren, roger that, yeah. Long time since I've been on there. You report time, no problem. From G1VML.
Mike 0 DCX returning. Yeah, thank you very much. Sorry, I did miss quite a bit of that over with the QRM going on. It's a bit crazy, really, but I've probably only got about another 15 minutes at the most here anyway, and if that carries on like that, I won't put you all through it listening on YouTube. I'll probably cut it short, but we'll give it a go for 5 minutes and see what happens. But Paul, I do apologise. With all that going on, I'm probably not going to get too many overs out of it, so I'll call it 73 this time. But thanks for the first contact, and I look forward to picking up where we left off. G1VML Mike 0 DCX. Paul, back to you for the final over.
Okay, Darren. Mike 0 Delta Charlie X-ray Golf 1 Victor Mike Lima. Paul in Russia. You're 5-9. You are getting through okay. 7-3, my friend. 7-3.
Thanks, Paul. Sorry to do that. QRZ Mike 0 DCX.
Golf 3, Mike Tango Lima.
Mike Tango Lima, Golf 3. Nice big signal, Chris. That was an easy one, over.
I do my best to please, Darren. You're 5-9 plus, over.
Thank you very much, as are you. You sound fantastic, and yeah, there's no problem with that at all. About 400 or 500 watts from Bury St Edmunds in an end-fed half-wave, Chris QSL.
Nothing much then. You're sounding good, Darren. 72 younger, and I'll catch you later. You got a big pile up, boy. Catch you later, Darren. Night.
Thanks, Chris. All the best. QRZ.
Mike 7 Papa November.
Right, Mike 7 Papa, go ahead.
Mike 7 Papa November. My name is Paul. Papa Alpha Uniform Lima. You're coming through to me at 5 and 9.
Roger, I've got you, Paul. Thank you very much for the 5 and 9. I did miss that as I was looking you up at the same time, but you're sounding good in at Bury St Edmunds, Paul, over.
Mike 0 DCX. M7 PNN. Yeah, you're sounding fantastic to me in Reading here as well. So, yeah, I hope you're having a good evening. I'm just running a 8.9 with an M5 here on 25 watts.
Mike 0 DCX returning. Well, you're 5.9 here, Paul. Absolutely no problem getting through at all. As you can hear, a lot of QRM, but yeah, lovely signal getting through there, Paul. Won't hold it though, mate, if you don't mind. There's several in there, but thanks for the first contact. And I'm streaming on YouTube. If you're not watching, just put the call sign in, and you're in at about an hour and 14 minutes. But yeah, good luck with the QRM. If you can if you can hear yourself in and over, you'll be doing well with this lot going on. M7 PNN Mike 0 DCX, Paul 73 over.
Mike 0 DCX, Mike 7 PNN. Yeah, 73 QRZ.
Thank you very much. All the very best. QRZ.
Oh, yeah, Victor Hotel Foxtrot. Good.
Right, Victor Hotel Foxtrot. Go ahead.
Good evening, Darren. 253 Golf 5 Victor Hotel Foxtrot. Name's Dave or David, I don't mind. You're nice and loud here, despite all the
Yeah, Mike 0 DCX. Sorry, I'm having a field day trying to tune some of that out. Not doing a very good job of it either with the stream going. But David, you are 5.9, but 5.9 amongst, well, you can hear it for yourself there. But yeah, I'm running around about 500 watts into an end-fed halfway from Bury St Edmunds, over.
Yeah, that's not down, just 100 watts.
Thank you very much, David. Great to get you in the logbook. Well, I know we've spoken before. I do recognise the call there. You can't miss the VHF. But all the best, David. 73 QRZ Mike 0 DCX. Right, end in Lima. Go ahead.
Mike 6 November Lima.
Mike 6 November Lima. Great to get you in the logbook there. Name's Darren from Bury St Edmunds, running about 400 or 500 watts into an NFEG, then over. Well, if I heard that right, I think you said you're on 1 watt, and if you're on 1 watt, you're actually, to get through this noise, that is unbelievable, Glenn. I won't hold it, mate, if you don't mind. Thank you for the first contact. I'll try to grab as many as I can because I'm streaming on YouTube at the moment. I'm not too sure people want to hear all of this. Yeah, I do apologise, everyone, but it's always the same, isn't it, after about an hour. But all the best, Glenn, and look forward to next time. Mike 6 NLL, Mike 0 DCX, 73, Glenn, over. QRZ, Mike 0 DCX. Right, Mike 0 Delta, go ahead.
Mike 0 Delta, Sierra Kilo, over.
Sierra Kilo, got you that time, no problem at all. Thank you very much. You're actually 5.9 in the clear there, Richard, over.
Yeah, okay, Darren, yeah. So there's a QRM, but it doesn't seem to be affecting your signal into North Staffordshire anyway. Nice to hear, and yeah, keep it going, over.
Yeah, I'll give it a go. I'm really wanting to go to 9 o'clock, so yeah, hopefully I've got another 12 minutes to go there before the family will start jumping at me. So all the best, thank you very much, and I'll carry on till 9 o'clock. QRZ, Mike 0 DCX.
Mike 1, Charlie Fox Zulu.
Right, Mike 1 Charlie, ending Zulu, go ahead.
It is Mike 1 Charlie Foxtrot Zulu, over.
Foxtrot Zulu, I've got you, no problem, Alan. Name's Darren from Bury St Edmunds, QSL.
QSL, Darren, yep. Lovely to speak to you again. I'm sure we've spoken before. My appreciation is Derby, as you probably know by now. Just using the Yaesu ST710 on half-wave NFED. Just wondering what my audio is like because I've not used this radio for quite some time. Just wondering how the how the Elfed is holding up after some severe storms over here. Over.
Yep, in the clear. You were in the clear right at the end of that last over there. I'm streaming on YouTube there, Alan, and if you put the call sign in and go into about an hour and 19 minutes, you'll hear yourself. Obviously, there's a lot of QRM going on, so hard for an audio report, but there was a moment there where you were in the clear there, and yeah, sounding very nice in the clear, Alan, over.
Roger, thank you, Darren, for that. Yes, you're 5 and 9 plus 10 dB into the city of Derby, no problems whatsoever. Just enjoying the radio, just turned it on. Wife's gone away for a holiday, so I can play radio while she's away. Yeah, over, Darren.
Yeah, I had exactly the same thing there. I do fear that everyone's back, and looking at it, I think I've been left on my own because no one dare come anywhere near the window, so in case they're seen on the stream, so I don't think the family's quite used to it yet. I do tell them they can get on with their own thing, and it wouldn't really make any difference, but as it's only on codec. But I don't think they're quite used to that yet, Alan, so we'll see how it goes. M1CFZ Mike 0 DCX 73, and yeah, we spoke 7 months ago, so great to get you in the log again, over.
Yeah, Roger, Darren, yeah, great to talk to you again. And 0 DCX from M1CFZ. Best M23, Darren, best DX, bye-bye.
Thank you very much. 73 QRZ Mike 0 DCX.
Papa Hotel 9 Tango Oscar Mike.
Tango Oscar Mike, got you there, no problem at all. Papa Hotel 9, that's Tom, isn't it? We've spoken 3 times before by the look of it, Tom. I'll give you a report on the next over there. About 4 months ago, it's Darren from Bury St Edmunds outside of Cambridge, over.
Yeah, Roger, very good evening to you. Mike 0 Delta Charlie X-Ray, Darren, very good evening, yes. A couple of months ago, I just checked my logbook as well. You have a phenomenal signal here into the Netherlands. 5-9 plus 10, 5-9 plus 20. No preamp here, no preamp. So real good signal. Darren, microphone back to you. M0 DCX PH9 TOM.
M0 DCX returning. Well, I'm streaming on YouTube there, Tom. So if you want to put the call sign in and have a look, hour and 21 minutes, and you'll hear yourself. You're 5-9 plus here into Bury St Edmunds, but there's a lot of QRM going on, so probably not ideal for an audio report this evening. Sorry. Just hit the VFO there, sorry about that. But yeah, probably not ideal for a signal, an audio report this evening, but you'd get the idea listening to it, Tom, over.
Roger, Darren will do. And I'm already watching you on YouTube. Very nice stream here, Darren. I wish you a very nice evening. Nice to talk to you again, and hopefully then till next time. M0 DCX PH9 TM. 70 brief, Darren.
Thanks for watching, Tom. All the very best. 73 QRZ Mike 0 DCX. Did I hear a 2 Echo 0 end in Mexico?
Golf 3 Radio Canada Mexico, Darren. Name Steve, Sierra Tango, Echo Victor Echo. You're 5-9 plus 10 dB, Darren, go ahead.
Thank you very much. Is that the Sheffield Amateur Radio Club? Did I get the right one there, QSL?
QSL, Darren, QSL. Yeah, just working 100 watts, and the antenna's Urban Beam from Stepper. The radio's EFT 950, Darren, go ahead.
Yeah, lovely. Well, you're 10 over 9 here in Bury St Edmunds. I'm running around about 400 watts, well, a good 400 watts actually, into an end-fed half wave here. So hopefully doing the job your end. Sorry, did you say that was Steve, QSL?
Yeah, QSL. 5-9 plus 20 dB, Darren. Lovely, crystal clear, go ahead.
Thank you very much. Well, good. That's 5-9 plus, and lovely audio certainly coming from you. Well, thank you very much for that. Well, a testament to anyone hanging in there on either YouTube or the radio with all the QRM. So thank you very much for hanging in there, Steve. Over.
No problem, Darren. No problem at all. 7-3, and have a nice week, Darren.
Thank you. All the very best. You too. QRZ Mike 0 DCX. Right, did I hear a Golf 0? Go ahead.
Golf 0, Oscar Papa Alpha.
Oscar Papa Alpha. Great to get you in the logbook there, John. It looks like we've spoken about a year ago, John, so great to get you in the logbook again. It's Darren from Bury St Edmunds, QSL.
Yeah, Roger, Darren here. Fine business. My logbook's not running. I've just this minute, excuse me, walked into the shack, but I did recognise the voice. So good to hear you.
5 and 9 plus, Darren. And I forgot the dark call sign. Back to you, Darren.
Call signs Mike 0 Delta Charlie X-ray, and in Bury St Edmunds, and you're 10 over 9 here, John, QSL.
QSL, Darren, QSL. You're not so far off that yourself. You're not so far off that yourself. I'm running the DX5000 ACOM amplifier, 20 watts into the ACOM, and 200 watts going into the quarter wave sloper. That's just something very, very simple, Darren, but it seems to work, Roger.
Yeah, Mike 0 DCX. Well, I know most people, or a lot of people over the years, probably haven't thought or frowned a bit about NFEDs, but I've had an NFED here from day one, really, and I've just got them renewed to a new, well, I've not got it up there yet, but I'm adding 80 metres, so it is a multi-band, but they are made very well. They're a Vibrapex make, and they're good for some power as well, so quite looking forward to trying 80 for once. I've never been on 80 at all, so it's a new one for me, over.
Roger. Well, I can cover 80, top band to 4 metres, and the only commercial area I've got here, Darren, is a 2 metre 70 centimetre coal India. Everything else is just pieces of wire. I have a doublet, 220 foot top with about 70 foot of 450 open wire line, and homemade balance tuner, and that'll tune everything really from top band to 10 metres. But I have a quad, a homemade quad, for 4, 6, 10, 15 and 20, Darren, and it's all wire, everything's wire, all the structures just hold the wires in place. So you can't beat a good length of wire. Something like that, Darren. My first antenna when we moved here was a 150 foot top, 150 foot long wire. We'd been here about 4 days, and wife went out to get something. I thought, now's my chance. Get this long wire up. It went from the little bedroom window in the bungalow down the garden and over the top of a sycamore tree at the bottom, and I used that for a while, Darren, and I found it very quiet and worked very, very well, Roger.
Mike 0 DCX3, you're absolutely steaming in here. You really do sound very strong. I have to say, when it's not fixed, not broken, don't fix it. I've said that for ages, but I did change the orientation of my antenna and found that actually it's got a lot better noise floor now. So I'm glad that I had a little poke around with it. But as far as the actual antenna itself goes and the height and configuration, I'm more than happy with for G. And luckily, only being 8 metres high, and actually in a V as well, but it is a horizontal V, it's not inverted or anything, so nothing's any lower than about 8 metres, and it seems to do well on 10 metres into the States as well, so nice to get a little bit of DX with it, and now we're coming into that, that 10 metre time for the States, etc. That'd be quite nice to try this new 80 and up, and gain the extra band as well, so quite looking forward to that, but it would happen to change it just at the time when the rain's starting and the wind's back, and there I've got to start climbing a tree, so I couldn't have done it a couple of weeks ago, could I, over?
You certainly couldn't, Darren, you certainly couldn't. Some lovely pictures there, some lovely pictures for the kids. Maybe you've had some new ones since last time we spoke, but some cracking pictures. I also have the 101 and the Gemini DX1200 amplifier, but I had a whack of static came down the coax last week when I won 4 metres, and it stuffed the Gemini, the solid state amp. That's back now, repaired, but it's a blow IC, it's a blow hole in the board, and the 101 still a Yaesu, so I don't know what the result of this lot's going to be. I've been on to the insurance company, but I'm not holding my breath, but hey, it is what it is, mate. And really, as wide area as well, you can't beat them. If they're too long, you can fold it back to shorten it. If it's not doing job, you roll it up, put it into draw, and use it another day, Roger.
Yeah, Roger and Roger. Well, great to hear all of that. And yeah, they're certainly working for you there, I have to say. And I'm a bit limited here what I can get away with, but things just seem to be working at the moment. The DX Commander picks up a lot of DX for me. I don't expect much of that out of the MFed, but it's just quite nice when sometimes you get it, not expect it. But look, I won't hold it. I've only got a couple of moments left. Probably got enough time to pull two more quick ones in, and then I'm going to retire for the evening there. It's coming closely to 9 o'clock. So thank you very much for coming in. It's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you, and look forward again to get you at a later date there, John. G0OPA, Mike 0 DCX, 73, over.
Mike 0 DCX, G0OPA. Well, lovely to catch up again, Darren. Best wishes to all the family. Take care, keep safe, and have a very, very nice evening. Mike 0 Delta Charlie X-Ray, Golf 0 Old Pale Ale. Cheers and beers, Darren.
Thanks very much, John, for the flowers there, and all the best to yours. QRZ, Mike 0 DCX.
Mexico 0, Mexico Tango.
Right, I've got Mexico 7, go ahead.
Mexico 7, Fox Lima Lima, over.
Fox Lima Lima, great to get you again. I know we only spoke the other evening, didn't we there, Roger? Great to get you. Big signal again, over.
Yep, you're really strong tonight, Darren. 5'9 plus 25 into Woodbridge, over.
Yep, you're 5'9 here into Bury St Edmunds, no problem at all, Roger. Great to get you again. I think, did I understand you the one from Woodbridge, Roger, over?
Yep, that's correct, Darren. Yeah, yourself.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, well, streaming again this evening, so yeah, I think you probably got an idea what your audio sounds like by now, but I'm coming to the end here now. I'm finishing at 9 o'clock, and you're at an hour and a half, so if you want to hear yourself, you can, but sounding great here in Bury, over.
Yeah, thanks for that, Darren. Yeah, no problem. Okay, mate, I'll let you see if you can get another quick one in before you pack up for the evening, so I won't hold it. I just wanted to pop in and say hello. M0 DCX, M7 FLL, 73, mate. Catch you soon.
All the best, Roger. Thanks for coming in. All the very best. Right, I've got time for one more, and then I'm calling it a day. So for the last call now, Mike 0 DCX, QRZ.
2-0 Victor.
Right, I've got some 2E0s, but I know there's more than one, so I fear I'm going to have to pull you both in. So go the 2 Echo 0, go ahead.
2 Echo 0, X-Ray Lima Bravo, Darren.
X-Ray Lima Bravo, no problem at all. Got you there. I think it was Alan. I think I just saw Alan pop up there. I'll soon let you know. No, it's Liam. First time in the contact, Liam. So great to get you in there from Bury St Edmunds, over.
Yeah, QSL, Darren. Thanks for taking the call. I was waiting patiently, hoping I was going to get you before you disappeared off there. But nice to meet you for the first time here on 40 metres. Cracking signal into the city of Doncaster, Darren. 5'9 plus 40 dB. Big signal with Houston sounding great, Dad.
Thank you very much for those flowers. You're 5 and 7 here, but audio's nice and strong. You sound great here in Bury St Edmunds. Liam, I won't hold it if you don't mind. As you know, I'm finishing now. I'm streaming on YouTube. I don't know whether you knew that or were watching, but you're right at the very end there, an hour and 32 minutes if you need to hear yourself there. Sound great in Bury St Edmunds, over.
Yeah, cheers, Darren. No, I wasn't aware. I'm just looking now. Have you see if you've got a link on your QRZ, but I can't see anything. I'm wondering if your YouTube's under your call sign, Darren, right?
Yeah, if you put in the call sign, that'll come up there. And as I said, if you go into about an hour and 32 minutes, well, it'll be right at the end, and you'll hear yourself. Sound great here. Yeah, more the merrier, Liam. Thank you very much for coming in for the first time. 2E0XLB, Mike 0 DCX, 73, Liam.
Lovely to see you, Darren. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All the very best. Right, the other 2 Echo 0, go ahead.
2-0 Victor Hotel Bravo.
Victor Hotel Bravo, great to get you there, and I'm glad I finished on you there, John. How could I miss you, over?
Evening, Darren. M0 DCX from 2E0's very hairy bloke. Yep, I switched on the radio earlier just to listen around, see who was doing what, and who should I hear but a certain G1 RHB, my good friend Keith. So I thought, now if Keith's spoken, then he must be onto a good thing. I better give you a shout, Roger.
Thank you very much. It's always great to hear from Keith. Hopefully next Friday I won't miss the propagation arms on the AMC club there, and I know Keith's usually in there. Quite interested to hear what he's done or what he'll be doing with his cobweb when he gets it up there. So, but yeah, great to hear from him earlier, and you too, John. So, well, I do hope you're well, and as you probably, I don't know whether you heard, but I've got the end-fed like the one that I'm on now. For the 80 metre, so hopefully in the not too distant future there'll be an 80 metre band for me that I've never been on. John, over.
Coming back from me, well, yeah, you probably enjoyed it actually, Darren, because you got, from what I can hear anyway, a pretty low noise floor where you are, so 80 would be delightful. When Callum was on the other night, I thought, because I've got the same or similar end fed to yourself with an 80 metre tiny little coil on it. Well, I've never really spoken to anyone on it. I'll give Callum a shout, and 5.9 booming in, so I must have done something right, or it's a good aerial. HI, back to you.
Yeah, Mike Zero DCX. Well, I've been happy with the 40 metre and up, so and I'm sure the 80 metre is equally as good. So if as long as I've got all what I've got and I've just got the extra band, I'll be well happy. But John, not going to hold it this evening. I've been on for a little while now, and I'm pulling out at, well, it said 9 o'clock. I'm already nearly 5 minutes over, John. So, but all the very best till next time. I probably won't be on until the end part of this week, as I'm a bit busy this week. But hopefully I'll be on there 40 metres again later on in the week. 2E0, very hairy bloke, Mike Zero DCX. John, great to hear you again. 73 over.
It's lovely to speak to you as well, Darren. Sounds like a good show tonight. I will watch back the first bit that I missed, obviously, but yeah, nice to be last in the book for the night, and I don't blame you for wanting to close up. Your voice must be getting a bit sore by now. So I shall wish you well. Say 7 threes to you, and I will go quiet myself. So M0 DCX from 2E0, very hairy bloke, 73s, and I'll catch you again soon, Darren. All the best, mate.
Thank you very much, John. All the very best. And yeah, I've put my family through enough terrorism tonight with the streaming and everything, and them hiding away. So I think I've ruled the house for too long. I better not push my luck. John, 73. Right. Thank you very much, everyone, for listening. But that is me out of here now. But thank you very much, and I do apologise if I've missed anyone. But yeah, hopefully pick you up next time. Mike Zero DCX going clear, and the frequency's free. 73, everyone. Until next time.
Bye-bye.
Thanks very much, everyone who's watching. My ears are ringing. I don't know about you lot. Thanks for everyone hanging in there. That was pretty noisy tonight. 73 all until next time.